In this video cheat sheet, I will be setting authentication for GLBP on interface Fast Ethernet 00. Previously, I have configured GLBP on interface Fast Ethernet 00 with no authentication. I will start off with the baseline show command, show GLBP Fast Ethernet, to display the GLBP status of the interface. Then I'm going to enable a debug command of debug GLBP events all to see how things unfold as I enable authentication. Then I finish with the same baseline command, show GLBP Fast Ethernet, to see what changed. Let's look at the network topology. I will be setting text authentication on router 1 and router 2. Authentication allows each GLBP group member to use a secret key to join the GLBP group. If the key within the incoming packet does not match with the key from the other member, the packet is ignored. A device will ignore incoming GLBP packets from devices that do not have the same authentication configured for a GLBP group. I will enter my show command, show GLBP Fast Ethernet, on router 1. As you can see, router 1 is the active forwarder and router 2 is standby. Unless authentication is not configured, which is the default, there is no authentication for GLBP. I'm going to enable debugging on router 1, entering command debug GLBP events all to get its perspective as the lab progresses. I'm going to enable authentication on router 1, utilizing the authentication text command in interface mode. From the debug output, I see router 1 receiving a bad authentication from router 2. Router 1 and router 2 are not in the same GLBP group anymore. I'm going to enable authentication on router 2, utilizing the authentication text command in interface mode. Moving to router 1, from the debug output, I see GLBP going through the different stages, and router 2 is now the standby router. Now I will enter my show command, show GLBP Fast Ethernet, on router 1 and router 2. I see that the standby router is router 2 and the active router is router 1. Take note that the forwarder 1 state is active and the forwarder 2 state is listen. Both routers have the same authentication parameters. In this video cheat sheet, I set text authentication on GLBP interfaces. I started off with the baseline show command, show GLBP Fast Ethernet, to display the GLBP status of the interface. Then I enabled a debug command of debug GLBP events all to see how things unfold as I enable authentication on router 1 and then router 2. Then I finished with the same baseline command, show GLBP Fast Ethernet, to see what changed.